Dildo Butt Monkey to host children's reading groups in libraries. Drag Queen Story Hour, which does exactly what it says on the tin, has now become a huge growth industry in our schools.
Hey everybody, I hope you all are each having an absolutely fantastic day. I had this message on my heart for so long, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been on my heart that I almost wrote a letter, right? So I hope I don't get canceled for this, and I pray that this message, you listen to it, okay? Because a lot of us just don't even listen to the message. We just react over and get all emotional, right? Now, I'm gonna play this video really quick.
Does anybody in this room know how to twerk? That's all in. And then you just move your bum up and down like that, and that's twerking.
Okay, so at the end of the day, right, I could care less what you do in the privacy of your bedroom. I could care less what you do in adult spaces. But I'm going to be honest, right? I work for the school system, right? So when I first started working in elementary. And I noticed, especially in certain schools, they had more gay pride flags with the trans and everything like that flags than, like, you wouldn't think you were in a pride festival. I promise. Even they had stickers, like all the teachers had stickers, not saying all of them, but a large amount of teachers had stickers, and administration with the gay flag, and it said like trans flag, and it also said the school county district or whatever. So at the end of the day, right, what does this type of adult sexual behavior, because let's really talk about it, right? Why are we teaching little kids? Why are drag queens, why is anybody teaching little kids how to shake their ass and twerk? And then on top of that, to add insult to injury, it's in some sort of school establishment. You see there's books all around. So my question is, we have to dig deep inside, because there's clearly an agenda here. Because I'm noticing that it's really forced down the elementary kids' school. It's forced down the throats of elementary kids.
Made up in many different ways.
It's called SOGI, for Sexual Orientation and Gender Identification, a curriculum that teaches public school students across Canada to celebrate the homosexual lifestyle and that gender is fluid. In other words, your gender is not dependent on what parts you were born with, but rather what you feel like in the moment.
There's people that are boys, there's people that are girls, there are people whose gender might be a little bit of both, or might even be neither.
Lessons include books about transgender children, such as 10,000 Dresses, and songs like The Rainbow Song.
Gender won't decide the choices we make. Some boys like dressing up, some girls like catching
But
snakes.
now that I work in a high school, I don't see the same. And that's what's so interesting, because these kids in high school are much bigger, than elementary school kids. But yet, literally, there was like gay flag after gay flag after gay flag. And I'm sitting here like, with the trans flag and stuff. I'm like, what does this have to do with teaching and learning and math and education? What does that have to do with reading? Like, for example, the video that we just saw with the drag queen twerking. Please tell me, what does that have to do with learning? I'll wait. I really want to know. What does it have to do with learning? Somebody? Exactly. It has absolutely nothing to do with learning. And that's how you know there's a serious agenda going on to indoctrinate the children.
I have no idea why you want drag queens to read books to your children. I have no idea. What in the hell has a drag queen ever done to make you have so much respect for them and admire them so much? Other than put on makeup and jump on the floor and writhe around and do sexual things on stage. I have absolutely no idea why you would want that to influence your child. Would you want a stripper or a porn star to influence your child? It makes no sense at all. A drag queen performs in a nightclub for adults. There is a lot of filth that goes on, a lot of sexual stuff that goes on. And backstage, there's a lot of nudity, sex, and drugs. Okay? So I don't think that this is an avenue you would want your child to explore. They could explore dressing up at home, like we all did, like all gay boys did. We all dressed at home and we had a great time. We had a great time with our girlfriends, putting on makeup, trying on clothes, things like that. But to actually get them involved in drag is extremely, extremely irresponsible on your part. And I understand you might want to look like you're with it, that you're cool, that you're woke, that you're not a Nazi, that you're not a homophobe, whatever it may be. But you can raise your child to be just a normal, regular, everyday child without including them in gay, sexual things. And honestly, you're not doing the gay community any favors. In fact, you're hurting us, okay? We have already had a reputation of being pedophiles and being perverts and deviants. We don't need you to bring your children around. So you keep your kids at home, or take them to Disneyland, or take them to Chuck E. Cheese. But if you need your child to be entertained by a big human in a costume or in makeup, take them to the circus or something. When they turn 18, then why don't you take them to the clubs on their 18th birthday? Because it's an adult thing, okay? So don't ruin your child's life, and don't ruin us.
Because at the end of the day, I wish I could find this video. But make a long story short, it's about a video of a doctor, and she's like being stern. It's like a meeting going on, but like people in the auditorium, blah, blah, blah. And she's like being stern, like, I don't care what your beliefs are. The transgender surgery is our most profitable surgery here at the hospital, blah, 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 blah. Like saying all of this stuff. So at the end of the day, like, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little nervous for the future, but then I'm not. But it's just like at the end of the day, like, we got to wake up and we have to see that these methods, they're trying to indoctrinate your children. And I see it because I work in education. And like I said, I hope this message does not get construed. Because like I said before, I don't care what adults do. I've been to a drag show. Oh, I got some stories. I went to a show in Thailand. Oh, goodness gracious. So at the end of the day, like, I've been to that stuff like that. But guess what? People 21 and over are there. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. Not 4 and 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds and teaching children how to twerk. That's inappropriate. So we need to wake up, and honestly, we need to take our kids out of these public schools and start homeschooling them. Even as someone who works in education. But I don't want to make this video long. I hope you have a blessed day. Toodaloo.